Well, this is my patch of oats, Suzanne. I grazed it. Grazed it all completely early in the piece with the like the first calving heifers, the yearling heifers, like the two-year-old heifers, and then the yearling heifers, and they had about 3 weeks on it, and then I cut it with the forage harvester, and cut it all with the forage harvester, and then I grazed it again. And I only grazed down to about here, like the top part up there. I grazed. I didn't graze the like the bottom bit, but the top bit here has come back really, particularly this middle third here has come back, really fast. So it won't be long now before I bale it. I'll probably, like that, from about here down to the bottom there. I'll bale that first, and I'll just do small square bales, I think, to start with. I think it'll make pretty good hay if I get it dry. It's just, like round the edges, it's just starting to get a little bit sort of going to seed now. They say to make the best quality hay, to just let it so where most of it goes to the early dough stage, and I'm getting it going to seed around the edges a bit. Not so much here, but down there further. I saw some up here before. There's Miss Millie. Hey, Miss Millie. Yeah, here's a bit here around the edge there, and yeah, a bit more coming up there. But out in the open in the middle there, it hasn't really started yet. But I imagine it will sort of start to go pretty quickly, But I did have some sort of yellower patches, down here, but they've all blended in pretty well. I put a fair bit of urea on before the last rain event, and it's responded pretty well there. I've got a couple of bare patches like here. You see this here, from when I cut it with the forage harvester. Maybe it was just a little bit too low on that on the stage it was. Some of it was fairly thick, I think, and maybe I just had it a little bit too low. But most of it, has came back good after the forage harvester. But I just got this little strip in the middle here. There's none a little bit smaller up further there, but yeah, it's not too bad. I might, for next time when I use a forage harvester, I'll lift it up a little bit more. But yeah, I think it'll only be another 1 or 2 weeks before I cut it. I guess it depends how quickly it goes to seed. But they say the early dough stage, and I think the protein, and that's what they recommend for export hay. Down south they make a lot of oat and hay at this time of the year for and sell it overseas at the big square bales. And what's required is it it drops the protein down a bit, but it's still, I think the protein is usually still around about 12 or 15%, just the same. But anyhow, we'll give it a go. Okay, see ya.